Deep below the belly of the 5 boroughs, down amongst the sewers and pipes of the city of dreams, lies another city. In and of itself a cultural capital, a city where the most outcast species inhabiting Earth has declared home. This is Rat City.
Hey, fucker, you want to lose another one?
He's never really engaged in violence before, but he knows that hot things hurt, and he tosses the coffee into that rat's face.
See, I knew the radio was wrong. I knew all those rats in the paper and on TV didn't know what they were talking about. I knew you were okay. Where have you been?
Lots have, happened, last 24 hours.
He goes over and strikes a match. And don't forget, light the lamp, not the rat.
Rat City by Night, a 6-part Vampire the Masquerade miniseries, is coming to Game Master Monday starting May 4th, starring Jenna Daggers, Supriya Zoop Agarwal, Gina Susanna, and Frederick Powers, with special guest appearances by Kendrick Smith and Abby Yazzie. Join us this May for our smallest adventure yet.
To change lives as just a teacher.
Just a teacher? Is that really all you think of yourself?
I don't know. I'm not an adventurer like you. I'm not saving anyone or going out and fighting monsters. I could never make it at Ace.
Oh, hun. That isn't everything. There are hundreds of adventurers like me. But there's only one teacher like you. I mean it. The way your eyes light up when you're talking about whatever you taught in class for the day. The way your students look up to you. You actually care, Alexander Jarvis Landry, and that's what makes you so special.
What would I do without you?
Well, luckily, you won't ever have to find out.
Hi, everyone. We are live here with our lovely cast for the next installment of the Valley 1940s. Hi, everyone. We got some new people here in the chat. We got some old people here in the chat. We got some friendly and new faces here in the cast. My name's Green. I am going to be your lovely guide for the game and also your host for this pre-game chat kind of game show host situation. In the meantime, we're going to go around and kind of introduce everybody here. So I'm going to go start with Danny, which is the first one I see in my little overlay. Go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are, where we can find you.
Sure. Hey, thank you so much for having me here again today. I really appreciate that. I'm Danny, he, him, Danny R. Mendoza, all over the internet. So if you just put Danny R. Mendoza into any search, anything, you'll find me. Bluesky is a good place, though, and we're doing character names now or later?
Well, we can go ahead and do that in just a second, but for right now, we'll go ahead and hop on over to Louis.
Hi, my name is Louis. I am. What's funny about that? What are you cracking already?
no, sorry. I was reading something else. I'm multitasking here, okay? I'm a busy woman.
So I would like to say that officially that everyone who is currently in the stream is not cursed. So if you know, you know. But my name is Louis. I do TTRPG playing, which is what we're gonna do. I don't do a lot else except for work nowadays. So but you can't follow me there. So yeah, it's just Team Louis under most things, or Team of Louis on Instagram and Threads, and I think that's it because somebody else got my name. So anyway, everyone here not cursed.
Fantastic. All right, and go ahead, Malik.
Hello, dames and people of all different shapes and sizes. Well, in the 1940s, I'm the Jedi Smark Malik, and I do a lot of TTRPG stuff in real life and online, and I am so excited to be here.
Fantastic. Okay, Kay, let's see. Next up on my list, I have Jellyfish.
Hi, I'm Jellyfish Lines. My pronouns are he, him, and I wrote 25 games in a year. Please, God, help me. That averages about to a game every 2 weeks. Please help. I write TTRPGs. I do a lot of TTRPG things. I do way too much in TTRPGs. And I don't know what else I do. I write horror. I write poetry sometimes. And yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Jellyfish Lines. You can find me on Bluesky. Thank you.
Yay. Okay, and last but certainly not least, Kay. Ooh, you're a little quiet.
A lot quiet, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, way quiet.
You know why? Because Green said, hey, if your mic's not like on hard off, the captions will still show up. So I turned off my mic and I was silly and didn't turn it back on. We'll try that once more from the top. Hey, I'm Kay. Pronouns are she, her. My handle online is at the Canine Detective, because I own a virtual dog training company. So if you don't like dogs and you don't like TTRPGs, we probably don't have much to talk about, because that's literally all I do.
Okay, fantastic. I'm so happy to have you guys all here today. I'm so happy to introduce everybody in the chat and beyond to you guys. These are all wonderful performers, and I'm very, very excited to be running this game for them. We're doing all this for a great cause as well, so I'm going to talk about that right now. So the Clean Water Fund is what we are raising money for. Why? Because the environment is constantly under attack, and we need to do something about it. We have been raising money so far. We got $70 as of right now raised for the Clean Water Fund, which, yay, every dollar counts. Super excited about that, and we're going to raise more money now. They do wonderful things where they collaborate in different states all over the country to help provide legal funds to advocate for the environment and obviously clean water. And that's what the story is all about, is to see how nature might fight back when we don't treat it very kindly in this magical world. But, you know, maybe it'll happen in real life at some point. It might be a cautionary tale.
So, I mean, clean water, I mean, and I have actually drank dirty water before, mostly in a pond, so I don't think that really counts. But I wanted to illustrate, if you don't mind, the importance of clean water. I actually have a glass of dirty water here that I put it in this cup because I wanted to be fancy. Not that fancy. It was only like $2 at IKEA, but I want to show you the dangers of drinking dirty water, because everyone deserves to have clean water, except me apparently. Let me just. Oh God, why is it salty?
Louis, do you live coastally by any chance?
Send money, no, Missouri, so it's just a giant.
That's extra bad.
That's worse.
Oh, no.
That's worse.
Hold on. No, nobody talk. I need concentration to do this.
I really hope somebody pays us for this.
Send money, send money, send money, send money, send money, send money.
Are they
like
sending
cut.
money, Louis, for you to finish drinking it or for you to stop drinking it?
Yes.
We just cut. He's like unconscious in his chair.
If halfway through
Oh,
the
God.
stream, Louis slumps over, we know why.
This is the cast of so many bits.
It's like Baskin Robbins. It's so many flavors and they're all terrible.
Oh, it's great.
Truly,
Send
Green,
money.
this is the most comedic table I've been a part of. And we haven't even started playing it. I'm having a grand
Yeah.
old time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now with that out of the way, please pay Louis for his time and sacrifice.
Don't pay me. Pay the Clean Water Fund.
Well, yes, that's what I bet. Oh, God. Okay. With that, we're going to go ahead and get to know our characters. So we have a session here in the year of 1940s. We have a lovely cast of townspeople from Mayweather Springs once again, but this time several decades in the future. As we remember last time, we had Ollie and Birdie and Nathaniel and Herm and oh my God, just so many wonderful people. But that was back in the 1800s, and some interesting and maybe tragic things happened to them. But you got to watch the VOD on YouTube to figure that out. For right now, we're going to see who we're playing with next week. So, Danny, who is your character? Do you want to share with us who you're playing?
Yeah, 100. Thank you. Yeah, I am playing Owl Alma, a fastidious, relentlessly upbeat ex-mine worker turned company actuary whose uncanny cheerfulness, is totally chill and everybody loves it in Mayweather Springs. He's a little superstitious. He likes to stick his nose in things. Some people call him a conspiracy theorist. He just thinks that he's asking questions, right? And he's a little bit quicker than he looks, and he looks pretty quick. And that's our guy.
Great. And then Louis, who are you playing for the game next week?
I am playing Arthur Kincaid, who is he's a newsman, but he's not the news anchor. He's the guy that they pitch to, and he kind of gives his editorial on different happenings around the area. And he heard about what was going on here in the valley, and he's coming to see it for himself. And he's got a weird charm about him. He's very straight-laced and almost monotone, but there's a captivating thing about him that people just can't quite put their finger on when they talk to him.
Gorgeous. All right, love that. A little bit of mystery. Malik, who is your character? Who are you playing?
Hi, I am playing Isaac McCarmichael. I am the mayor of this fair town and someone who has noble intentions, but kind of gets wrapped up in what his job demands of him in so many different ways, and is facing a lot of pressure from not just the town, but also some other things that are kind of happening in this story.
Fantastic. And then next up, Jellyfish Lines. Who are you playing? Share with the class.
Hi, I'm playing Clyde Mayweather Lowell. No nonsense mine owner. Don't try to push him. Do not push this man.
All right, and then Kay.
Hey, yeah, I will be playing Audrey Pines, which is our group's only teenager, which will be a fun little different dynamic. So she is a high school senior, frequently found working at the town's only local pet shop and animal rescue, which is run by her mom.
Great. And with this lovely cast of characters and the time jump, we also have some new truths that we as a table collaboratively established about the town. So I'm going to share that with you guys right now so you can kind of figure out where we're at before we hop into next week. So right now, big changes have happened in Mayweather Springs. With all this time, the town has become a large producer during the war efforts. It is actually pretty late about the end of the war here. They did a lot of stuff to help produce lead and coal and all of that with their mining resources, and it's kind of slowed down since the war ended. But since then, they had to switch industries to keep their profits up. Since then, they've decided to focus on salmon farming because of the large variety of salmon in the rivers. And they've also moved to pickle jarring. So lots of cucumber manufacturing and pickling of different kinds. There's now a giant jar of pickles in town to represent the pickle factory as well. The town is still fairly isolated and insular because of the fact that there's only one entrance in and out, and so it kind of keeps it a little cushioned from the outside world. Even some people in town kind of still believe that the gold rush is still happening. But they also invented the bagel because of salmons. And also, the death rate has gone up since the last time that we played. Previously, it was about 40%, and now it's 60%. So
This is
unfortunate.
also funny for those watching. When we had our session 0, we said 50, and then Green said bet and put in the chat, oh, actually, it's 60. So
unfortunately for Herm, his efforts were for naught, and it just keeps getting worse. Anyway, I did just bump it up for fun. The town started transitioning its dependence on the mines to the pickle and salmon farming. And with those industries booming, they have started sponsoring their local sports teams and schools. So there's also been a little bit of combativeness when it comes to mascot. The canary's still around representing the mines, but now there's also the fighting salmons and the punching pickles around. To basically, I just made up those names on the spot. To fight for dominance in this regard. There is now another high school in town that is kind of in this odd rivalry between East and West, and there are also a lot of union fighters that are advocating. I was kind of part of that, for more rights for the miners and safer working conditions. And let's see, is there anything that I'm missing? The missing persons case is the thing that we'll be focusing on when we go into the plot, but we'll get more details of that when we go into the game. And last but not least, the mayoral election that happened for Malik's character happened about 4 years ago, where there was a switch in power, where now the owners of the mines no longer are the head political force in town. And that's a bit of contention as well. So that's everything we know about Mayweather Springs that's happened since the 1800s. With that, we're going to jump into the Q&A section. So, whoopee! We have some anonymous questions that have been submitted to our lovely cast. And the first one we're going to go with here is, what's something about your character that might not come up in game, but is something that you've thought about? Like, for example, what their favorite food is. And we'll go in reverse here, starting with Kay. What is something for Audrey that might not come up in game, but you've thought about? Just a random factoid.
Yeah, I don't know, because it depends on where RP would go. But I think that she has big aspirations of going to university. And so I think she's plotted out, a grand tour of a lot of the big schools around the US that she's planning to go visit over this last year as she's a senior in high school.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. What about for Clyde?
Ooh, I've just now thought about this. The last date between Clyde and Isaac's wife 4 years ago.
We're just revealing that now? Gotta keep that under wraps.
I'm not surprised. I knew it.
Great. Well, Isaac, what's something you've thought about for them?
So for my character, I think Isaac's very rigid, but his one few very guilty pleasures. He loves a good ice cream. He loves ice cream. That's his favorite thing and his favorite snack to share with his daughter, just ice cream.
Is there a favorite flavor?
Chocolate, without a doubt.
Nice. All right, and Louis for Arthur.
So something that may come up that probably won't come up when it comes to Arthur, because you said it has to be something that you said yourself probably won't come up, and that is that he's a very gifted volleyball player.
Ooh.
He almost went pro.
Wow.
But
in the 1940s, Louis.
Yeah, well, listen. This was a sport that was mostly dominated by by male teams back in the day, just like most sports before there was equality that came forward. And so most of the so he was a really good spiker. Nobody could stay. In fact, they called him Spike Kincaid. But that's probably not going to come up, honestly. His favorite food is just soup, just any kind of soup.
One of the 3 things you could eat back then.
Soup, sandwiches, and
lead.
Which we have in abundance in the valley.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Salmon soup,
Pickle soup.
sandwiches. Yeah.
Pickle soup.
Pure pickle, though. You can't put anything else in the sandwich but the pickle, or it is frowned upon.
There's actually a restaurant in the middle of town that serves pickle sandwiches, and it's just pickles. And
Great.
Yeah,
There's a fancy catering company that specializes in our version of a Reuben, which is pickle and salmon paninis, and that's very bougie.
They actually have a picture of Arthur signed on the wall in the pickle restaurant. Or the
is the picture with him eating the sandwich?
No, it's just one of those 8x10s, like the 8x10 headshots that he's like, I'm a newsman. I carry these around with me, like in the trunk of my automo car.
I was gonna say, you're driving around there, or you have it in a briefcase?
Oh my gosh. All right, what about for Owl?
Owl's life changed the day he first had a cup of coffee.
I forgot about this.
Would you like to provide context or no?
No, thank you.
Great. Fantastic. Moving right along. The next question we have from our Q&A is, prior to the events of the upcoming game or the upcoming session, what is your character's daily routine like? And let's go ahead and start with Isaac on this one. We'll start with the mayor.
It is wake up, think about plans, signing documents, doesn't even get to say hi or doesn't get to say anything to his wife and daughter, and just go right to work. It is it's appearances, it's ribbon cutting, it's just work. What can I do for the city? Meeting, and then like the occasional cigarette, and then back to work.
Fantastic. And to contrast that, what is the owner of the mines doing, Clyde, for their daily routine?
Get up, cigarette, first one of the day. Gets dressed, heads to the mine, fucking walks into office, make sure everything is in order, make sure there's nobody fucking up, make sure nobody fucking dies again, always fails, and just smokes his second cigarette away from the mine. And then just heads home, goes to bed. Probably on lunch break, goes to see a couple friends.
I'm learning that everybody here does not care about their lung health whatsoever. Not only
it's the
mining town.
In a mining town.
1940s were a time when cigarettes were sold as healthy.
No, absolutely. I'm just imagining the fact that everybody's already coughing up because of the mines, and then as soon as that happens, they're like, "The cigarette will help me."
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, to be fair, they get to come up out of the mine to take the smoke break. So
yeah,
that's the main driver. I will say though, ever since Owl stopped working in the mine, Owl does not smoke.
Gorgeous. Speaking of Owl, what's he doing for his daily routine?
Owl is waking up at or before the crack of dawn, and before doing absolutely anything else, dictates his daily thoughts into a magnetic wire recorder to Birdie, and then heads out when that's done to have a damn fine cup of coffee at the local diner at exactly 7:15 a.m. each day. After that, it's mostly about figuring out how to tear down the power structures of the valley and replace them with something better.
Fantastic. We love that so much. With that, what's Audrey's daily routine?
Well, Audrey is still in school and recently got a dog over the summer. For this school year, she gets up, walks her dog, goes to the animal shelter next door, feeds those dogs, leaves her dog with her mom, goes to school, has her classes on her lunch break, studies and does her homework with her best friend Janet. After school, she does martial arts, then goes and helps out in her family's pet store, taking care of her dog, finishing up homework, going to bed, and repeat.
Fantastic. That sounds very reminiscent to when I was that age. Okay.
I did not need to get too imaginative with this either.
All right. And then for Arthur, what's his daily routine looking like?
Well, his daily routine, he believes a lot in the health of himself. So he wakes up in the morning and has a donut fortified with some iron and with some powdered orange juice and obviously his morning cigarette. And then he goes on a slight jog and likes to get a lot of sun. Got to work on his tan for television. So he tends to sunbathe a lot and without any sunscreen, obviously, because he wants to get the most rays for himself. And like I said, he cares a lot about his health, so likes to cook with margarine. And then typically on the weekends, daily he takes a lot of tonics, but then on the weekends he likes to go and get some bloodletting done, just to keep everything in full circulation.
The picture of perfect health is Arthur, honestly. And that's why he's so good at volleyball. Honestly. Okay.
He hasn't played in many years, but
well, okay. I loved all of that. I suppose Mr. Duncan's daily routine, as he's still alive in his old age, I will answer for the crowd as well. He wakes up every day, sees Mr. Wiggly, pats him on the head, gives him a turkey leg, goes out into town riding him like a little horse, and hands out cat claws every Sunday like clockwork. And also has a malt milkshake at the diner every day. So Al sees him with the morning coffee.
Hey. Mm-hmm. Always gives him a quick little cheers from the same perch he sits at the diner counter every single day.
And that's Mr. Duncan. With that being said, we're going to move on to our last question. And that is, second to last. How do your characters interact with each other about town, if at all? And we'll go ahead and we'll popcorn it on this one. But the first one to go, we'll say, is Jellyfish, if you would like to start with Clyde.
Okay, starting with Clyde. Let's see. If we were to make a relationship chart here, just in general, hates Isaac, mutual hatred, I believe. Indifferent about Arthur, kind of doesn't like Owl, thinks he's a rabble rouser, but you know what? He hasn't done anything drastic like try to blow up the mine. That's fine. Don't do it. And for Audrey, you know what? The kid likes you. My secretary likes you. It's fine. You're cool. and just like Isaac, it's mean mugging every single time we see each other out in the street. It's just horrible vibes with us two.
The optics of that in the 1940s is kind of crazy.
And you can popcorn that.
Yes, I will be popcorning that to Isaac.
Okay. I will say for Al, it is very much like kind of like disappointment, you know, because again, like I just don't. It's not disdain. I just don't agree with your methods and how you want to go about bringing change and stuff like that. I feel like Arthur and I have a very good relationship. Again, like that's the news, that's media, that's like I want to put on a good face for someone who might interview me. For Clyde, of course, disdain. I feel like I'm a bit better at hiding it. Like, you know, it's like it's a smiles for the camera, then you suck in your ear. And then for Audrey, it's very it's caution, it's wariness, it's like, you know, a bit of a cold shoulder, but also accepting of your presence because of, you know, your presence in my life and who are you connected to. And I will popcorn that to Audrey.
Yeah, I think that Audrey has some resentment towards Isaac because he is her best friend's father, and she thinks that he should be around for her friend more. This is exacerbated by the fact that Audrey's father died when she was young working in the mine. We've got that 60% mortality rate right now, and there was a casualty in her family. And so her dad can't show up for her because he's literally not there, but Isaac doesn't have that excuse in her mind.
Are you enjoying your entire town, by the way?
The town that we live in? No, she wants to move out. She's graduating and going to college and probably never coming back. With Clyde, it's a mixed feeling because, again, her dad literally died in the mines. That being said, he seems to be kind to Janet, her friend, who works for him. So it's a little bit of a, why are you nice sometimes, but also you're doing something horrible, and there's some confusion there. Because in her mind, the mind is not a good place for obvious reasons. And with that, she rather looks up to Owl, being somebody who worked with the mines and is very much so an advocate against them, which is something that she also protests against and believes in. And she kind of thinks to herself, you know, if my dad had survived to this age, would he be like how Owl is? So it's more so admiration on that respect. With Arthur, I think that she is intrigued, and I'm probably at some point, you know, when you do career day in school, she probably would have asked Arthur, you know, what is it like being a journalist? Just looking for some different avenues of career path that is not working for the government or working for the mine. And I'll pop that over to Arthur.
Well, Arthur isn't exactly from Mayweather Springs. He's from the more near the city. He mainly only comes to I want to say Radiator Springs, even though I know it's not that.
Life is a highway.
He comes to Mayweather Springs typically only for news events, which do happen sometimes. He does have a relationship with the mayor because, of course, the mayor feeds him information, and but the rest of you are just faces. And why would he need to know any of you when he's on television? You watch him; he doesn't need to watch you. So, you're just you could be anybody. It could be you could be the same as any trash man or janitor out there. So, but that's pretty much the way he sees almost everybody, because he doesn't let very many people in, and when he does, that's when you know you've made it. Oh, and I'll popcorn over to Owl.
Who? Audrey.
That's it. Wrap it up, people.
Audrey, you are the future. Isaac, Clyde, I know. Arthur, who? Back to you, Green.
What the hell was that? I don't know. Anyway.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
This is going to be the promo for this season.
Hold on.
You can't just do that.
Do what?
I can't. Oh, well, we do have another question in the Q&A, and this is the last one to follow that up. And that's going to be, were there any character tropes or archetypes that inspired you during the character creation process? And we'll go ahead and actually start with Louis.
Oh, yeah. My character is almost a 100% bite off of Rod Serling. And that's funny because the character came about while we had our session 0. Like I was going a completely different direction with the character, and then somebody said something like the monsters are due on Maple Street, and I was like, what if Rod Serling is just in this world? And like then I just started riffing on just things Rod Serling would do or say. Granted, I don't know him, never knew the man personally, but and so I made a TV persona, and then just came up with a snotty TV or snotty guy on TV that thinks he's better than everyone sort of character behind it. Not so much that he thinks he's better than everyone. He just nothings everyone. He's like, this is my world and you're all in it. I'm the news. I control the information. I could just make stuff up and tell you and you'd believe it because it's the 1940s and television. Like, but yeah, that's so my character is probably 70-30 Rod Serling. And for those of you who don't know, he was the host of the Twilight Zone. So also I kind of borrowed the voice from Tom Kenny from that episode of Futurama where he plays Leela's plain boyfriend that gives her an extra eye. So that voice is almost a bite of Tom Kenny from that episode. So
I love that. Malik, what about you for your character?
Hi. Yeah, so like I love making characters that I fundamentally would disagree with. I think that it makes for very fun and challenging role play. And if I have point like an archetype or like, a trope, if I think major inspiration was like Benny from Rent. Like, that character that like starts out, poor, but then works their way up and gets there and goes, you know what? It's kind of cool being at the top. Like, it's kind of different. I think I want to keep it this way and like people below me. So like, but also like has like good intentions and reasons and like stuff that is understandable. Like I like when characters do bad things for good reasons. And I love playing around with that trope. I also just realized I did a little bit of a William Birkin from Resident Evil 2 as well.
Okay. And what about Audrey? What was her inspirations?
Yeah, from pop culture, probably more so like Nancy Wheeler from Stranger Things. Quite a lot of those teenage characters who care about things. So you have that activist component, but also the high achieving in school and doing all of the things. And I won't get into what the premise of the show is in case that's not public knowledge, but it's very much so season 1 Nancy Wheeler and her plot point for that season. So, or I think season 1 or season 2. I think it's season 1. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was never super into Stranger Things. But
I will DM you what I'm saying. I just don't want to like lay it all out there in case I don't know what has been promoted for this publicly yet.
I got you. All right. So I need to get better at not saying Go ahead. Clyde, what are their inspirations? His inspirations?
Horrible dilfs everywhere.
And that's it. Okay. And what about Danny for Al?
Never drink coffee that has been anywhere near a fish.
Great.
He speaks in riddles.
Dale Cooper. primarily.
Oh, okay.
We got some people in chat that are into that, and let's see. And I love that, to be honest. The ominousness is, I'm just having such a good time. Okay, and with that, our Q&A section is wrapped up. I believe everybody got touched base on. So next, what we're gonna do is actually our 10-minute secret token time. So what's going to happen is I'm going to step away. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna have my camera off. I'm gonna not be able to hear anything for 10 minutes from you guys. It's just going to be the cast and chat together as you conspire for something that I'm calling the secret token. We're playing Kids on Bikes. This is a new mechanic that I'm making myself. Basically, the group gets to have a premeditated action where they get to control the narrative and conspire against me, essentially. So this is just something that you can trigger in game at any point as a secret little thing. So I'm going to go away for 10 minutes. You guys will decide what that is. Just pull it out. And
Can you, before you go, can you reveal to us what is public knowledge about the plot so we don't like leak anything by accident trying to come up with this token?
You're good. So public knowledge about the plot is that this is there is a young girl named Janet in town who has gone missing, and this is the town's first missing person case.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay. So
one last point, Judge. Yeah. Secret token, is this like, this is a particular scene that is going to occur, or this is a mechanic? Like what, can you give us an example perhaps? Or
so for instance, it's kind of like the instances that are happening on the wheel. So for instance, something that could happen on the wheel is a random event happens in game in regards to a weapon shows up that has a special property, or something like that, or this NPC shows up that has something specific that could help you in this moment, like something like that.
And we get to pick one.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's basically a trump card. It's just going to be premeditated. You get to decide what it is beforehand. And I'm giving you guys 10 minutes to do that. All right. And then once we're done, we're going to come back and do the Wheel of Misfortune, which for those people at home, you donate $10 for any extra spins. There's going to be 5 to start with, $10 for any extra ones. And there's a bunch of other donation incentives too that have been popping up in the chat. So look at that as well while I'm gone. And your time starts now.
Okay, guys, I'm going to get Among Us pulled up and we can get a game going.
So two things. One is I would love for us to play a game where we can see if we can sneak in the same word without Green noticing as many times as possible among our characters. I don't know if you ever played this before. I did this a lot.
Yes.
Other stuff. So like pumpernickel or something. Do you know what I mean? Like some word that isn't gonna, like, it's gonna be hard for us to work in. The more ways we can try to get it in, whoever gets the most of those in wins. That's my big contribution right now. That's my mayhem.
I would love to try to do that.
Okay.
I would love that. I think that our wonderful little like get out of jail free card could be something that like we are able to commune with like the nature itself around the valley.
I was thinking that, or like we are able to get some sign of just like where like something that points towards Janet's direction, or like where she might be, or something, like we're able to get some sense of like is she able to contact us or something like that.
Okay, so has anyone played Tales of the Shire?
No.
Okay, it's the new like Hobbit game. It's kind of like Sims playing like Stardew Valley, that kind of thing. Why I was getting to that is how you get around or know where to go for your quest is a bird appears, and birds will continue to appear to show you the way. So if we want something that's going to point in the direction of Janet, maybe like a bird or a series of birds.
I do really like that.
Might fit in well with other things that are cooking.
I think that's great.
Love.
If we want to have it be a trigger, right? Because if I understood the mechanic correctly, it's something that we get to decide is implemented at a specific moment in the story. Is that what you all understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
be
think
honest.
she like spins a wheel, and it's like, oh, you can have a token now.
Yeah, but I think if it's like our like break glass in case of emergency, then maybe we want to have a specific thing. And I was wondering if something portentous, right, might be good, like a meteor shower, or something strikes the earth or something, and then that triggers the birds pointing in a direction. Do you know what I mean?
I'm now thinking of
we can say happen.
I'm now thinking about going like the Life is Strange direction of just like, snow in the middle of summer or something like that to like signify that
you read my mind.
Yeah.
So another thing I thought about, though this is a little different than what we were pitching, is snow in the middle of summer sounds great. What if the blizzard blocks off the only way in and out of the valley?
Yeah, the train. If there's snow on the tracks.
Right.
Same thing you have with like sky trains and subways, right? When the snow's on there, then that whole thing gets shut down.
Yeah.
Right. And if it's in the wrong season, then we don't like there wouldn't be any preparation for it.
Or do we because I also had the thing, like, we can also have it be like something happens with like the pickle factory, or like something happens where like the high school is like it's a thing. We made it canon, guys. But something happens with like the two rival high schools, like maybe there's a prank war or like some sort of like altercation between the two high schools, and they cause like some sort of like distraction for us or some sort of opportunity for us is also a thing that could happen.
I would love the idea that there's an unveiling of a statue of a giant pickle, and that everyone in town is drawn to it.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Like
too.
moves to the giant pickle. That we go wherever we need to.
Could we possibly? So one thing that I had in mind, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, is that a specific brand of something that we all have or we are all used to. Like, for instance, in Quentin Tarantino movies, he had Red Apple brand cigarettes. Or things like that, just some kind of brand that's like we all have, maybe not ties to, but like Owl pulls out his Tortuga brand
matchbook,
something like that. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Is that for the token, or is that for the word that we're trying to sneak into everything?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't gotten that far.
It was not me poking holes. It was me just asking for clarification.
No, I do think the token needs to be something that like we can use to make the story do what we want it to do, instead of what like the DM wants to do in that moment, right? That's I think the vibe.
In the sense. So it's either, I feel like for us, it's either like, I feel like the one thing that we have then is like the common objective is to find Janet. So like, what can we come up with that's going to like, give us the opportunity to
like
either
the birds.
point us towards there. The birds is a good one.
I like the birds all flocking to where Janet is. I'm just wondering how we can trigger that, right? Like, what's the secret token that enacts that?
I think if I'm right, we just find I think we just say it at like an opportune moment, if that's how I'm reading this right.
You might be right.
Is there an occult bookstore in town?
Do we want to
like, do we do a little like ritual or whatever? Like,
we could
go ahead.
Do we want to tie it to memories of Janet, or like some of us who are connected to Janet have specific like memories or ties to her, and that's something that could trigger it?
It's like maybe
you mean trigger the
Janet.
birds?
You know what I mean? Like, is it a bit like praying if we're doing it that way? Of like, oh, you're speaking to Janet, like, oh, where are you? As you're like looking at her sweater in her room, or Janet or Audrey's looking at like the book that she gave her, or things like that, and then all of a sudden, boom, birds go. Or do you want it to be more intentional, where it's like, we're doing this arcane ritual because we're turning to Ouija boards and the like to help us determine where Janet went? I don't know.
I think a bird pecking on like the nearby window and pointing in a certain direction.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the bird guide comes to get you.
Now, I think Audrey is the imposter.
Probably. Probably.
Sorry, I just.
That's what an
But you
imposter
can't really
would say.
kill her off, or it's gonna make you look like the jerk. It's like when you show up to play online and it's like, oh, this kid in elementary school playing. It's like, well, you can't kill off the 8-year-old while you're playing Among Us. You know, that's just
Well,
a bit
maybe
of a jerk
you can't.
move.
They have plot armor.
You can't.
Exactly, they have plot armor.
I think
Isaac Vent.
I think Green's gonna be back in like 1 minute. So are we good? Are we good with the birds showing up? We'll just figure out the birds showing up, and that's gonna be pointing in the direction. Cool. Word.
What is the
if we want to? Yeah.
pickle?
Cigarette.
I don't know if does the pickle company have a particular name? And then if they've bought a bunch of things over town, because Louis was saying like, oh, it's like this brand of cigarettes or this brand of whatever, can they just have a monopoly?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they could be like
The company
the
tab.
person. Yeah, the company that owns like everything. Like in Stardew Valley, Joja brand. So Joja had like everything. So yeah, I'm down with that. I pull out my Tortuga brand hair pomade, and then
I was just gonna say gherkin could be the word.
Gherkin.
Love it. I love it.
What's funny is I actually thought Gherkin would be a great name for the opposing high school team.
Yeah.
Like
So
the fighting pipples, the fighting pickles, and the gherkins.
Gorgeous gherkins.
Yeah.
So our goal is to get this word in as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay.
You win if you do it more than anybody else.
If you see this online, you might be able to see this on Reddit under the Am I the Assholes, because people will do it in their wedding toast. So say you're the best man, and then it'll be like a betting pool thing.
Yeah.
So if you want to look up examples, just go to Reddit. They'll have them for you.
Incredible.
So now we can
Anyway.
play Among Us if we want, like until Green gets back. Welcome to our Among Us stream, everybody. This is a
Yes.
rebrand for Hilarity
Sussy
Save RPG. Yeah.
I've never played Among Us.
Well, you're
my
gonna
God.
start.
That's
It's a $2
today
game.
is the day, Jelly. Today is the day.
My favorite movie is John Carpenter's A Thing, so I love playing Among Us.
Hey.
Like a minute.
That's beautiful. We spent the entire 10 minutes talking about Among Us, Green. I just want
Yeah, we accomplished nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing was accomplished whatsoever.
Absolutely nothing.
We decided it's the halftime. What we'll play during break is everyone who's watching the stream will just play Among Us.
We'll just cut to an Among Us stream. That's what you decided.
Yeah.
If things go wrong, I can't kill you guys off if you're playing Among Us.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I mean,
Among Us
you
must be
can
good.
if you're the imposter, but
Well, joke's on you. I'm bad at video games. With that being said, secret token time's over. We are running a little bit long, but we do need to get these spins in. Is everybody okay with that?
Nice rhyme, but yeah.
All right. So, God in behind the screen, the wizard that we cannot see. Anna, can you please pull up the wheel? All right, we're gonna
Ooh,
do
pretty.
this five times for each person. Go ahead and let's do our first one. And remember, you can donate for extra spins.
Are you there, Anna? It's me, Isaac McCarmichael.
what?
All right, I gotta look at the stream to see what we're getting. So there might be a little delay on my reaction. There is an orphanage in town where the kids sell flowers at the farmer's market and are kind of unsettling. Yay! I'm
That's
so
fun.
excited for this one. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar children in
Peculiar
this town.
children.
All right, second spin. Let's go. I don't know how to do the sound from the Twilight Zone. I'm sorry.
That was pretty good. We're gonna get demonetized if we get too close. To it.
An empty nest appears in the middle of the room. What room?
Yes.
The room. That was submitted by Danny, everybody.
Oh,
Next
hi.
So excited.
It's going to be in the middle of the movie, The Room.
Yeah. Tommy was so
I did
pumped
not.
in there.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
That man wears so many belts. It's insane.
So many belts. Okay. Spin. Let's see. There's a house that just appeared one day and no one knows who lives there or when it was built. Great. More mystery. Okay,
Yeah,
so
tied to
almost
the children who sells the
Mystery.
flowers.
that's
I like imagine Isaac had to do like a publicity thing there, so there's just like, a picture of him looking very nervous with like wide-eyed orphans, like, oh god.
The fourth spin is that it rains and it ruins somebody's plans.
Oh.
Oh.
Like sun tanning.
Yeah.
Or volleyball.
With no
Or volleyball. I
Oh,
really
no.
okay. Having watched the first one, Green, I really want there to still be a sports thing now, and I want us to pull it because it has to be volleyball.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Someone discovers an ancient artifact that gives them supernatural powers. Is the
Audrey.
fifth spin.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say. I
that's
was
got
gonna
to be
say
the kid.
should be yes, trope wise, but also character creation wise. I think Owl could be another really good contender for that.
Well, I got to decide.
This is true.
I mean, why? ¿Por qué no los dos? Right?
Okay, so maybe I'll put in volleyball if you ask nicely, which you did. I guess I have to. There's also, I will say, from the previous game, there is a secret prince plot line that is still happening that hasn't come up yet. Yes.
He's gonna show up and play Purple Rain if
as a child, or like before he was.
I don't know when Prince was born. Prince.
I was just about to say I don't know his biographies. Like
he
is
transcends time and space.
So I'm assuming you mean like royalty Prince,
Yeah.
as opposed
Yes,
to Prince
yes,
the singer. Okay.
Yes.
Of
That's
like
what I-
of like the town.
The artist soon to be known as Prince will show up. And yeah.
From the 1800s, like from the 1800s.
From the 1800s.
But there is a Prince plot point and another artifact that hasn't popped up yet. So there are a couple of things that will also come in. Thank you, chat, for letting me know when Prince was born. It was apparently June 7th of 1958. So still a sparkle in his mother's eye, or father's eye.
I'm just imagining like a mom walking around with like a purple sparkle, and we just like that's her in her.
But with that, those are the spins that we have right now. Next week, we're going to go ahead and play the game. You can donate at any time to do extra spins that can be added into the game, as well as our other donation incentives, which is to give anybody an adversity token for a natural disaster. Maybe there's extra things that happen there. And then also animal mischief. That could also happen. There's a lot of different things you can do to help us raise money for the Clean Water Fund.
Audrey, look out. So wait, are we ending then?
Oh yeah, this is just the cast chat. It's just an hour.
Okay, question. Has anybody donated since the beginning of this?
Not yet, no.
Because I have another cup of dirty water.
Oh God.
No!
Drink it.
Okay.
Again, do you drink it if they give money, or do you stop drinking it if they give money?
I don't care.
When did you get this? How many cups did you get?
I have so much dirty water.
This is what the Clean Water Fund is trying to fight against, guys. Is to...
If you send money, this water will clean up.
I will also read from the wonderful book by Karl Marx and Frederick Engels, The Communist Manifesto, in an Elmo voice.
Yes, the cast has lovingly decided to also put up to bid a couple of bits where they read in various voices different pieces of literature.
I know. I was not aware of this. I could.
This happened when you were off to get dirty water.
We all pulled out our like entire bookshelves, and we were like, we could do this,
Yeah.
we could do that.
So,
where's the dirty water coming from?
I will be making a post offering cameos after this to raise money for the Clean Water Fund.
Sounds delicious.
If you want any of
I
us
will-
to have to do any kind of impression, it doesn't have to be one we're good at. It doesn't have to be one we know how to do. If
We
it's for
did
a
just
good
get $10, by the way, donated.
Oh, thank God. Do I have to stop, or do I need to keep going? Do I need to pound it?
Keep- Chug, 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 chug.
Okay. Count me down.
Okay.
10.
No, not from 10. I said from 3. From 3.
Three,
2,
1.
0, -1, -2, -3.
Okay, it's done. I finished.
With that, let's get that another spin going. And behind the curtain, can we get the wheel up, please?
I will literally.
Thank you, Louis, for your sacrifice.
Thank you, Louis.
You just drank like 8 bad guys from Osmosis Jones.
Oh no! I don't even have any white blood cells to deal with it.
Pleasant Plains makes an appearance again. That's interesting.
Oh, really?
Somebody please get me some Drixenol.
Drixenol. Okay, Pleasant Plains is going to show up again in the next session, guys.
What?
Yeah. Pleasant Plains, for anybody who
And for
doesn't know,
those who
is
are
the-
watching that don't know what that is, you should probably catch up
Yeah, you should
on what
definitely
happened
go.
last time on the
Yes.
Valley.
Yeah.
Best
You
way
should-
to know.
You should definitely go watch the first episode.
All right, thank you guys for donating. Thank you for watching. We're gonna go ahead and just pop off everybody. Quick round. Louis, where can we find you?
You can find me on all the social medias. I'm a whore for my own voice and also my own typings. So you can find me at Team Louis or Team of Louis. I'm Team of Louis on Instagram and Threads. I'm very active on Threads recently. I find it's a great place for TTRPGs. That's where I heard about this game actually. So Threads, and then I don't do much on the Twitter machine anymore. I also am on Snapchat. I just had something go viral over there.
I didn't know you could do that on Snapchat.
Yeah, you can do reels on Snapchat. I got 125,000 views by looking at somebody's expired license plate and doing a voice that I wasn't trying to sound like Peter Griffin. I just sounded like Peter Griffin. And I'm like, homie's license plate expired 22 years ago. So it got like 150,000 views on there. So but yeah, come and just watch me try to make myself laugh with my own posts. I don't care if anybody else laughs at it. Because I'm just trying to make myself laugh is pretty much all I'm doing. And come indulge me and throw more money at the Clean Water Fund because we should. What are we doing? What are we doing? Honestly, why?
Jellyfish Lines, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere over on or at Jellyfish Lines. Usually on Bluesky. I'm on itch.io if you want to buy my games. Please. I'm also just a general silly guy on Bluesky. I'm really annoying. I finally got blocked by the guy who dunked his phone in a pool. So that feels good. Goodbye. I don't know. I do a lot of things, and that's where you can find me. And you can also find me doing my Lois Griffin impersonation of the Communist Manifesto. Somewhere, you'll be lucky enough to find it.
And if you donate a certain amount of money, I will read in a Patrick Warburton voice the back of these floss picks.
We could do $30 for these cameos.
Easy.
That's good. All right, and
you're up.
Hey, don't give it away for free. Kay, where can we find you?
Hey, I'm Kay. You can find me primarily on IG and Threads at the Canine Detective. She wandered away, but if you want to see cute dogs, that is the best way to find them. And I'll pass it over to the next person.
Okay, Malik, where can we find you?
Hi, I am the Jedi Smark everywhere. You'll see me on many different channels doing many different things, mainly TTRPG stuff. But next week, you will find me as the mayor of our fair town of Mayweather Springs, where you'll find yourself in anything but a pickle.
That was good.
I get it.
Very good.
Fantastic. And Danny, where can we find you?
Hey, everybody. I'm Danny. You can find me on the internet. The easiest way to find me is to put my name into a search engine. My name is Danny R. Mendoza. You can put Danny R. Mendoza into any search engine and find me. Bluesky is pretty good. It's a bird. I like birds. Back to you.
Hello, puppy.
Puppy.
Hello. Say hi. You say, I don't like being picked up. I really don't.
Oh, I will say, separate from that, if anybody does donate, I will live up to this. A $30 donation to this charity. I will do whatever cameo you want doing an impression of anybody you want, reading anything you want. So you get to pick what I read. You get to pick what impression.
Dicey.
I don't even know.
Any restrictions on that?
I'm not a very
forever.
good. I'm also not good at doing impressions. I want to make that clear.
So if I
Somebody
pay
want
$30, you'll read my Kylo Ren Jar Jar Binks smut, right? If I pay you $30,
I will. Okay, the only thing I will say is don't make me do any like offensive accents, right?
Oh, no.
Other than that, I'm all good.
I am so ready.
No restriction on content. Somebody
I am-
can give you like the ransom letter to read out or something like
I
that.
am
You might want to take a look at your
Don't get us
policies.
demonetized.
I am
This
so ready.
channel has to put it up. So
Yeah,
whatever
okay,
they're
fair
allowed
enough.
to put up.
I am so ready for Richard Simmons reading Mein Kampf.
That was the first thing that popped into my head. I didn't want to say it. I was like,
I was
sure, you
all
want to say you
thought
can
of
read
Mein Kampf.
anything.
And that's
Moving right along before
Because if
we
you
get
think
more
the worst
into
thing
that.
someone can read.
You can't get mad at me. I have a
Misa.
dog.
No, I'm
Misa
not
will
mad.
show Kylo the
I'm
true
simply
dark side.
transitioning. I'm not mad. I'm simply transitioning the topic.
I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded.
My name's Green or Grete, whatever you want to say, but I've been here wrangling these guys like a bunch of rugrats, and I'm so happy to have these guys on cast. I can't wait to see you all next week in the Valley, where the moon is always full and nothing weird ever happens. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Pickle!
Bye.
Gherkin!
Dill!